your general impressions of the game?
Hard-fought game. Two good teams, high-powered offenses, just kind of throwing haymakers there. For us, on our end, I thought just our response coming out of halftime was really critical. I thought our guys did a good job of kind of refocusing and bringing the necessary toughness to go out and get that win. So I think that will open it up.
Coach, just how important was getting a win like this on the road? Both teams are fighting for the NCAA tournament on the bubble right now to come into Orlando and get a win. How big is this for your team?
It's really big. I mean, we know where we are at in our season. You know, we let a couple games go early on in the year that we felt like were right there for us. And, you know, our guys stayed the course, but, you know, we know that we have work to do, and this was a step in the right direction for that against a good team. It was well coached.
Coach, going into around the 6-7 minute mark, it just became a back and forth battle between you guys. What allowed you guys to be able to pull it out in the end and stop UCF from getting that run?
I think just resiliency. You know, we got a tough-minded group led by these two guys right here. They made huge plays down the stretch, but you know, Keyshawn Hall is a load, man. He's a heck of a ball player. You know, we tried to make it hard on him. He was able to make some big plays, but you know, obviously we made just enough to to get by.
Richie, 8 of 14 today, 6 of 9 from deep. What did you see with UCF's defensive sets that helped you exploit them and get you quality looks on the perimeter?
Yeah, you know, I just was super happy with just overall like how we moved the ball. You know, they're a very physical team and very well coached clearly, and but it was just something just opened up with my point guards being able to and Mawot a couple of times just getting through the lane and making the extra pass to me. And that's what we're all about, is making the extra pass, and something happens when you do make it. Just I don't know, the karma gods, they let that thing go in.
Mawot season high, 19 points.
Incredible.
You got in a rhythm early. What did you kind of notice, and how did you feel confident throughout the course of the game? What do you feel like you can take away from this for the rest of the season?
Just my teammates, you know, they helped me get to my spots. So credit to them. They did a good job of just, you know, bringing in the defense and spraying it out to me. I just made the right read. So just credit to my defense, to my teammates, and also credit to UCF. You know, they're very physical, play great defense, and they're also in the bubble too. So yeah, just my teammates overall.
Coach, what was the biggest difference, would you say, for your team was between the first half and second half in terms of just getting in the paint? Because you ended up doubling UCF's paint points in the second half to pull pretty close for the whole game.
I thought just overall, just ball toughness was better in the second half. That's what we talked about a lot at halftime. I thought guys were a lot more decisive, ripping and getting into the getting into the paint. You know, making quick decisions. These guys talked about our ball movement. We had 22 assists on 28 makes. I mean, that's incredible. So it's just a credit to the guys, you know, playing together and making quick decisions.
Hey, Mawot, man. Great matchup with you and Keyshawn, man. You know, two versatile wings, man. How's it feel, you know, just playing well against him? You know, he's a big, strong guard, so you know, defending him in his spots and, you know, making sure he, you know, make him uncomfortable.
Just credit to him, you know. He's a phenomenal player, very, you know, leading scorer in the league, so also credit to him. It's very challenging, but credit to the coaching staff too. They set out a good defensive plan, and we just had to go out there and execute it too. My teammates helping as well too. But he's a hell of a player, as you've seen today in the second half. He didn't play in the first half a lot because of foul trouble, but he's a hell of a player, and I'm just glad we got the W and just keep stacking wins, as Coach says.
BYU has obviously has a national fan base. I know a lot of places you go in the Big 12 you hear them. So how important was that, you know, hearing the BYU fans cheering you on today?
It was great. I mean, on a personal connection, my brother lives up in Atlanta, so he drove down. So for me, that was special. But, you know, BYU is a really unique place. We got a lot of support everywhere we go. You know, Richie's lived this life for some years. He's probably used to it. Me and Mo are getting our first taste of it. But, you know, it's pretty cool to go on the road anywhere we go and see quite a few blue jerseys and shirts in the stands.
Last question. I know Darius Johnson and a few of their other guards pressured Jaguar in the first half and created some turnovers. How do you feel like he handled the late game situations and ran the offense? And what sort of adjustments do you think he made throughout the course of the night?
I thought he was on his heels in the first half, you know, and so we challenged him at halftime. I thought, you know, some of the actions where we were bringing, you know, Richie was coming in to set some screens, try to get Jaguar's man off him a little bit, followed up by another screen by our big. So I thought that stuff helped, but we played him and Dallin a little bit more together. So I thought Dallin was good with ball security too down the stretch, and you know, that's a luxury that we have to have two guys that you can trust with the ball in their hands.
Okay, thank
Thanks.
you.
Appreciate it, guys.